Hey, how's it going guys? It's Donald here, and I'm going to get straight into the point of it. So today we're going to be making the basics of a Discord bot. So the first thing you want to do is open up your folder on your Visual Studio Code, and you want to press terminal, new terminal. Now down here you are going to do npm init-y. This will create everything that's needed for your bot to be able to work and run. Next thing you're going to do is npm i. This installs the required packages. And after that you're going to do npm i discord.js so we can start getting the functions for making the Discord bot. This should take a minute or two. And once we've done that, we need to install the ASCII table so we can make a table in the console of what's loaded, what hasn't loaded. We then need to get fs, npm ifs. This is so we can read straight into the file. I believe that's everything we need to install so far. Right, so now we've got all the basics. We are now going to make a folder in here called main.js. Once we've done that, we need to go into package.json, and where it says index.js, we just want to change that to main.js. And then in the main there is a couple things we need to do. So first we're going to do const discord equals require discord.js. Okay, and then we are going to do const and then open this up, and then this is going to require discord.gateway intent bits. Oh, you don't need to require it. What am I requiring? Maybe it should be discord.gateway intent bits. And then in here we need guilds, guild members, guild messages, guild bans, and guild message reactions. Okay, and then we go down a line. We are going to do the same thing, so const, open it up, equals discord, but this time it's going to be discord.partials. Then in here we need user, message, guild member, thread member, ban, and kick. Okay, now we need to do const lowercase c for client equals new discord.capital C client. Alright, and we're going to do intents, which will equal guilds, guild members, guild messages, guild bans, and guild message reactions. We put a comma, drop it down the line, and now we're going to do the partials, which would be user, message, guild member, thread member, ban, kick. Alright. Now we want to do client.login. Before we continue with this, we need to now go into here and make something called a config.json file. And now in here we're going to have your token. So this is where you'll get your token from your Discord application. To get that on here, you want to search discord.com/developers. Now on developers, it will bring you here. You want to press applications, new application. If I just name it example, create. You can customize this to however you want. You then want to go to bot and press add bot. Once done, it gives you all of this. For instance, we're going to tick this, this, and this. If you want it to be public, leave that on. With this instance, it's just going to be my bot. so I'm going to be turning that off. Now, if you have two-factor authentication like myself, you will need to enter a 6-digit code when resetting the token to get your first ever token. So if I quickly do that. Okay, this will be reset after the video, so there's no point trying to use it. So I press copy. I will now go back into Visual Studio Code, and I'll go into my config, and I will paste my token there. Right. Now what we're going to do, we need to invite it, so we go to there, we will go to URL generator, bot, applications command. So for instance, it says it's my bot, I'm going to tick it to administrator, but you can tick any permissions your bot will need. Just for this tutorial, I will be giving it administrator. Now within here, you want to paste the link. It'll bring you to here, where you can now select a server. So I'm going to put it in my testing bot server, and once you do this, it will now be within your Discord server. Okay, right, if we open back up Visual Studio Code, we can now come down to here, we can now do client.config equals require, and then you want to do the path to your config file, which will be that. And then in here, you want to do client.config.token. Make sure it's exactly like how you've put it here. So mine's all lowercase, mine's all lowercase. Alright. And then you want to do .catch error. And you're going to do console.log error. Alright, pretty simple, pretty basic. That is the main structure. So now what we're going to do, we are going to make a new folder. It's going to be called handlers. Within here, we're going to have a command handler. And we are going to have an event handler. So, to start off nice and easy, we are going to do the event handler first. So in here, we're going to make it a function. We're going to do function load events, and we're going to put it as a client. Right, we're going to open it up. Down the bottom, we're going to do module.export, and we're going to do load events, so we can get the function. Now we are going to do const ASCII equals require ASCII table, const fs equals require fs, const table equals new ASCII. We want to do dot set heading. This will be event, and this will be status. Alright, so now we need to find the folder of events. So in here we're going to make a folder called events. With this, we're going to go into here and we're going to do const folders equals fs.readDearSync, and we're going to do dot dash events. Alright, and we're going to do for const folder of folders. We're going to open it up. We're then going to do const files equals fs dot readDearSync. We're going to do file, and then we're going to arrow function it, and then we're going to do file dot ends with. Don't mean to do that. And in here we're going to do .js. Hold on, I have messed up. readDearSync file. That this whole thing we can copy. Get rid of that for now. And in here is where we do the backticks dot dash events dash, and then it will be folder, and then this is where we do the dot filter and you paste that. Okay, that will go there, and that will go there. Alright, And now we're going to go down the line, and we're going to do if event.rest. We're going to open this up. Right. And we're going to do if event.once. We're going to do client.rest.once, event.name, and we're going to get the arguments. Right, we're going to arrow function it, and we're going to do event.execute. I'm missing something, that's why event's not working, but we can do that in a second. Event.execute. Alright, then here we're going to do .args, and then we're going to do client. Alright, now you're probably wondering, what are we missing? We are missing a for const file of files. Alright, and then this will be closed down here. Well, this is going to be tabbed in, and in here we're going to do const event equals require dash events. And we're going to do a dash, and we're going to do folder. It's meant to be backticks. My bad. It's going to be folder, and it's going to be file. Right. Now we've done this, we are now going to do an else function. Alright, then we're going to copy this, bring it down a line, and tab this in. Now it'll be rest.on, not once, client.rest.on, and it's the exact same thing. Alright, now with this, we are now going to do an else function down here. If event.once, we're going to do client.once event.name. We're then going to do the arguments. We're then going to do event.execute. And then we're going to get the args and the client. Okay, and down here we're going to do else client.on, and then it's the same thing. Just like that. And then down here we're then going to get the table.add row. It's going to be file, and we're going to give it a nice little tick saying it's done. So I go to here, it'll be here, give it a nice little tick, and we're going to continue, and then that needs to be tabbed. We're going to go to here, we're going to return console.log table.toString, and then we're going to do \n loaded events. Now, once we've got our event handler sorted, we need to go into main, and in here, we can do it here. We need to do const load events equals require. Then we want to backtick it, not backtick the whole thing. Backtick it dash events. No, it won't. It'll be /handlers /event handler. Right. Now, once we've logged in, we now need to do a few things. So we're then going to open a .then function. Okay. Oh. I was wondering. There we go. And in here, we're going to do load events. And here we're going to select client, and the events will now load. So if I now go to events, I will make one called client. In here, I'm going to make something called a ready.js folder. With this is the thing that will tell you the bot is online. So we need to do const client activity type, and this will require discord.js. Okay, we need to do module.export. Then in here we're going to do name ready. We're going to do once true, async execute client. And in here we're going to get the parameter of client, which will just be capital C for client. Then we're going to do console.log client logged in as client.user.username. Alright, and we're going to do client.user.setActivity. We are going to do, let's say, playing a game. The game it can be playing is Fortnite, let's say. And here we're going to do the type, which will be activity type dot playing. Okay, and that should be it. So if we go to the terminal, we do a new terminal. We are going to run node dot, which should start up the bot. As you can see, ready.js, nothing's logged. Now, the reason for this, yes, it's saying it's loaded, but it hasn't actually, nothing's happened. We haven't had our command handler nor the commands folder made, so nothing will work. So with this, we are now going to make our command handler. So by starting this, we're going to go down here, and we are going to do something called developer guild. Developer guild, capital G. Alright, and this will be the guild that your bot will be mainly used in. So for this instance, I'm going to put it in the server I've placed it in. So I'm going to right click and copy ID, making sure you have gone to your settings, advanced, and turned on developer mode. Copy the ID of the server and paste it in there. Now we need to work on our command handler. This won't take too long, it's the same thing, function load commands. Now we need to smack client there, and then we need to do module.export load commands. Alright, in here, same thing again, const ASCII equals require ASCII table, const fs equals require fs, const table equals new, no it's not, yeah it is, equals new ASCII dot set heading commands status. That needs to be spelled status. Okay, right. Let commands array. We're going to make it an empty array. Let developer array. That's also going to be an empty array. We need to do const commands folder equals fs dot read dersync. This one is going here and make commands. And here we need, let's say, developer, staff, and public. So we're going to do read dersync, and it's just going to be dot dash commands. Right, and in here we're going to do for const folder of command folder. This is meant to be commands folder, commands folder. Right, we're going to do const commands files equals fs dot read dersync dot dash commands slash folder. Alright, and then we're going to do dot filter, and with this filter we are then going to do file and then we're going to do file dot ends with, and it's going to be dot .js. Alright, so we are now going to come down 2 lines, and we're going to do for const file of commands files, that's dials. Alright, we are now going to open this up, and const command file equals require dot dash commands folder file. Alright, we're going to do client dot, if I can spell, client dot commands dot set command file dot data dot name, and we're going to do command file. Alright, now we're going to do if command file dot developer array dot push command file dot data dot to JSON, and we're going to do else commands array dot push, and it's going to be command file dot data dot to JSON. These aren't the same, that's the same. Okay, and down here we're going to do table dot add row. We're going to do file, and we're just going to give it, let's say, a green heart, let's say, because it's working. And we're going to continue. We come down 2 lines, and we do client dot application dot commands dot set commands array const developer guild equals client dot guild dot cache dot get client dot config dot developer guild developer guild dot commands dot set developer array. Alright, and we're going to return console dot log table dot toString, and we're going to do \n load of commands. And now in our main.js we're now going to do const load commands equals require dot dash handlers slash command handler. Alright, and then down here we're going to load commands client. Okay, right, now to make sure this works, in developer make something called test.js const discord equals require discord.js. We're going to do module.exports. We're going to do data is new discord.slash command builder. Alright, we're going to do set name test set description test. Okay, make sure you add a comma here. Async execute interaction. Right, and we need to get the parameter of this. I'm going to do discord.command interaction. Okay, and in the interaction we need to do interaction.reply testing 23. Now this will not work because we need to go into events and do interaction. With this we need to go into the interactions itself and do interaction create.js. I'm going to do const discord equals require discord.js. We're going to do module.exports. We're going to do name interaction create. Okay, and we're going to do async execute, and here it's going to be interaction client. Alright, if it does this for you, just simply delete that. And in here we need to get the parameter, so it'll be discord.command interaction, and this one here will be discord.client. Right, we're going to do if interaction dot is chat input command, return, make sure the exclamation mark, const command equals client dot commands dot get interaction dot command name, if not command, return interaction dot reply. It's going to be embeds new discord dot embed builder dot set color random. For instance, I'm going to do red. Okay, and then dot set description. Let's do a little error sign. An error occurred whilst performing this command. Okay, and then we're going to bring it down a line here and here. And we're going to do comma ephemeral true. This needs to be this. Don't ask why I didn't do that at the start, because I have no reason for it. Okay, so with that, we then need to go double and symbol client dot command dot delete, and this will be interaction dot command name. Okay, and down here we need to do if command dot permission and not interaction dot member dot permissions dot has command dot permission. We are going to do return interaction dot reply. We're going to do content do not have the required permission to use this command, and then it's going to say interaction dot command name. Okay, and it's going to be ephemeral, which means only they can see it, and it's going to be command dot execute interaction client. So in all, it should work. So I run node dot cannot read property set command handler 16. Okay, where is it that it can't read set? It says 16 to 29. Okay, so client application commands.set commands array. Ooh, interesting. So if we rerun through all the code, ASCII equals require ASCII table, FS requires FS, const table is a new ASCII table, set heading, commands folder, because FS read dissync commands, for const folder of commands folder, const commands files, because FS read dissync commands folder, filter file folder ends with .js, for const file of command files, const command file equals require, client.commands.set command So if I go to here, client dot, this is something I've never had. We're getting the client, and we're getting the command. We're setting them. Canary property of undefined reading set. Also in tutorial main 23 to 5. If I do... Ooh, that's interesting. There's one thing I know I haven't done. It'll be client.commands equals new discord.collection. That will be one of them. Now let's try again. That's not for meant to be node dot. Okay, test status done. Both of these say done. So with that, if I open up the Discord server that the bot is in, as you can see, example is online. So if I go, let's say, general chat, I do a slash, example, test. Testing, 1, 2, 3. With that, you now have the basics of a bot. I will see you all within the next episode. Speak to you all soon.